A cold case mystery is finally solved after decades. A man is facing murder charges for the death of a woman, and that same man faces murder charges for 3 other Portland women.
Fox 12's Nora Hart has a look at the latest case. Nora?
Well, that's right, you guys. More than 26 years have come and gone in this case since police say Lawana Triplett was murdered. Her body was left in a North Portland park. It's a 1993 cold case that detectives say they were finally able to crack. Back in 2012, we spoke with Lawana Triplett's sister about what was then a cold case.
When she did get murdered, I felt it. I got instantly sick. Body went down, cold. When she was being beaten, I was being beaten in my stomach.
Crystal Hammock was left distraught, not knowing who killed her sister. But now, 26 years later, detectives have some answers. On June 15, 1993, police say a little boy walking home from school near the pedestrian overpass at North Going and Concord noticed what looked like a human leg. It was the body of 29-year-old Triplett. Cold case investigators now say she died of abdominal injuries and strangulation. Back when we featured Triplett's case in 2012, detectives told us this was an especially disturbing crime.
This is a particularly brutal crime, not in just the fact that she was killed. It's the way she was killed, and it's the way she was just disposed of. She was treated like a piece of meat.
Triplett was last seen alive walking west on northeast Alberta around 1:30 a.m. on June 15th of 93. Detectives had previously said Triplett had a cocaine addiction and worked as a prostitute. Portland police say she was a victim of sex trafficking. Shortly after the crime, detectives received a mysterious phone call from a man with a tip they say had the ring of truth.
This person identified themselves as 21 and said they would call back. They have never called back.
Now, detectives say they know the truth. They say 59-year-old Homer Lee Jackson is responsible for Triplett's death. He's no stranger to police. Detectives have tied him to the murders of 3 other women in Portland in the 1980s, including 2 teenagers. All were victims of sex trafficking, according to detectives. Jackson was arrested and charged with their killings in 2015.
The main thread that kind of is woven through this story is the fact that they are all victims of human trafficking, and he would patronize services of these women and women like them, and he targeted them for that reason.
Now, Jackson is charged with a 4th murder, and the family of Lawana Triplett will hopefully receive some closure.
My sister, she's still right here. She's with me every day. She's a part of me. I'm a part of her. Yeah.
Jackson was arraigned on his new indictment this morning and pleaded not guilty. This is video from when he first faced charges for the murders of those other women back in 2015. Now his trial is set for January of next year. That will include charges for 4 suspected victims. Live in studio, Nora Hart, Fox 12 Oregon.